Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 3. This book focuses on reading and playing melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 3 that you can read from and write in. Plus, you can help support a music teacher, so I'll leave a link in the description. We're on pages 80 and 81. We're in a short theory section in Melody Guitar 3. In the last lesson, you learned the difference between major and minor scales. In this lesson, you'll learn about relative major and minor. Every major key has a relative minor key and vice versa. Relative major and minor keys share the same key signature. The relative minor is based on the sixth scale degree, or the sixth note of the major key. For example, the note A is the sixth note of the C major scale. And if you play from one A to another while following the key signature of C major, or no sharps or no flats, you're playing an A minor scale, which is the relative minor of C major. And I do want to mention that it doesn't matter which A you build the scale on, any A is the sixth scale degree of C major. At the bottom of page 80, we have two more examples of relative major and minor keys. We've got the D major scale, which has F sharps and C sharps. The sixth scale degree of that D major is a B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the relative minor of D major is B minor. And again, even though this particular B minor scale begins an octave lower than that sixth scale degree in the example right above it, that is still a B minor scale. It's the relative minor of D major. In our final example at the bottom of page 80, there's a B flat major scale. The sixth scale degree of that B flat is a G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So G minor is the relative minor of B flat major. It shares the same key signature, B flat and E flat. You just play from G to G. And you've got G minor. On page 81, we have a written exercise, one of the very few written exercises you'll see in my books, unless you're studying guitar theory modules. In this exercise, you are given a major scale followed by a blank staff below it. What I'd like you to do is write the key of the major scale in the blank to the left of the staff and circle the sixth scale degree. Then in the blank staff below that major scale, write out the relative minor scale based on the sixth scale degree of the major scale. And again, you could start that minor scale in any octave you like. Then write the name of the relative minor key to the left of the staff that you just filled in. And finally, play both the major and the minor scales so you get a sense of what they sound like. In this first set, we have one sharp in the key signature. That one sharp is an F sharp. Raise it a half step or one fret. Find yourself on a G. We are in the key of G major. Then circle that sixth scale degree. That'll be E. And in that staff below the G major scale, write out the relative minor scale. That's going to be from E to E. The name of that minor key is, of course, E minor, so go ahead and write that in the blank to the left of that staff. And then play your scales. G major, and E minor. Our next major scale has one flat in the key signature. Remember, if there's one flat in the key signature, it's always going to be F major. Circle the sixth scale degree, that's going to be that D. Then in the blank staff below, write a D and then write out that relative minor scale. And then write the name of the relative minor key to the left of this staff, which of course will be D minor. And then finally, play an F major scale and its relative minor, D minor. Our next major scale has three sharps in the key signature. That'll be F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Take that G sharp, raise it by a fret or a half step. You find yourself on an A. We are in the key of A major, so go ahead and write that in to the left of the staff. Then circle the sixth scale degree. That's going to be this F sharp. Write an F sharp in the staff right below that A major scale. and then write the rest of the scale. After that, write the name of the relative minor key to the left of the staff you just filled in. That, of course, will be F sharp minor. And then play the A major scale and its relative minor, the F sharp minor. One more scale at the bottom of page 81. This one has 3 flats in the key signature. Remember, for flat keys, always take the second to last flat in the row. That'll be this E flat, and you don't have to alter the note. That flat is the name of your flat key, so we are in the key of E flat major. Next, circle the 6th scale degree. That'll be this C. Then write a C in the staff below, and fill out the scale. Then write the name of the relative minor key to the left of this staff. Of course, this will be the key of C minor, the relative minor of E flat major. And then play an E flat major scale and its relative minor, C minor. Your assignment is to study the material on pages 80 and 81, and I do suggest that you practice writing out major scales and their relative minors. You're going to need some manuscript paper for that, and I do have some free manuscript paper you can download from my website. The link is in the description. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar 3. That link is also in the description. Once you're comfortable with this material, I'll see you on page 82. I'm going to show you another trick for finding relative major and minor, and we're going to talk about how to figure out if a song is in a major or a minor key.